Alright guys, we're going to talk about Rumble, man, because it just dropped to 6 players last week. I know this video is about a week behind, but I played a lot of Rumble games over the course of this week. And by the way, yes, I'm always going for it, baby. Every lobby, I am going for it. I'm not saying I win every game, okay? Believe me, I get the dick handed to me every now and then, but that is okay. Because the fact is, when you leave my lobby, you know, Jesus Christ, that motherfucker is going for it. And why am I going for it? Because I am one of the only people that is representing Sunbreakers out there. That's right. We're a dying fucking kind. Boys, I don't know if you know it or not, but have you checked your Rumble lobbies? It is nothing but Arc Striders and Void Walkers. Devouring fucking Void Walkers and hoppity hopped up on crack hunters. And let me tell you something, it's gotten so extreme for me that I've actually had to move my sensitivity from 4 to 7. I've been rocking 3 to 4 sensitivity now, guys, since Halo days, man. But I swear to God, with the mobility changes and you got hunters rocking 10 mobility strafing all over the place and they got a jump, they can skyrocket them up 20 feet in the air, all of a sudden it's like hot fucking damn, I can't keep up with them. I can't. I gotta rock a higher sense. That's about the only way I know how to deal with these fucks. And honestly, it's been helping a little bit. It's been a rough lesson though, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't rocked high sensitivity since I was a young lad, and I was a dumbass back then. That was that time when you thought that the higher your sensitivity was, the better player you were. Yeah, dumb shit. But let's talk about Rumble, man. It's 6-man Rumble the way to go. Yeah, it's nice. Lots of 1v1s. Lots of dueling engagements, man. That's what makes it nice, dude. That's what tickles me pink, baby. A lot of different weapons I used this past week. I rocked out a little bit of DFA with some Black Scorpion. I went some New City with some Darkest Before, man. I mean, I was mixing a lot of things up in here. And let me be honest with you guys. Rumble really comes down to one of 2 things. Number 1, can you lock down power ammo? And number 2, can you dick on people straight out the spawns? Now let me go ahead and say this about power ammo, because a lot of people are complaining about power ammo, saying that the entire time they kept running against players rocking things like an Aztecross. How do you push a guy with an Aztecross? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Here's the thing, when you're in a Rumble lobby, and it's almost telepathically, I'm able to communicate with these guys that we're not in a party chat with each other, but we just know, hey, did you see that fucker in there that's camping us in Aztecross? Let's form an alliance temporarily and go fuck this dude up. Now, of course, it didn't really quite go out as planned, but essentially what would end up happening is we would eventually get in there and kill him, you know, hopefully. Unless he was a really good player, and he just killed all of us. So, but as far as limiting power, I feel like you're gonna take some of that element of chaos, you know, and I really wouldn't want to remove that, especially since some people would already like how chaotic 8-man was, and so to drop to 6-man, some people are saying this isn't chaotic enough, which to me, I like 6-man more, just because I got to have those dueling moments, which it brought back D1 memories. That's what made D1 was the dueling moments. Now let's talk about getting spawns and killing people off of spawns. Obviously, this is more apparent with certain maps. Midtown specifically is a big one. Emperor's Respite, somewhat of a big one. You know, if you play on that back zone of Emperor's Respite, just give yourself a little bit, man. Just give yourself a couple seconds. Somebody will spawn up behind you, and if you've got a power weapon, well, they're easy work, man. So you can honestly camp that power ammo supply next to that hot spawn and wait for someone to spawn there. And then, you know, things like Midtown is really bad because that far down street or lower street spawn zone is really rough because they will spawn right behind you. But again, if you've got power ammo, you can deal with them very quickly and honestly farm your kills up. But here's the problem with all of these things. I think the biggest problem is that these spawns, which are such hot spawns, obviously they are definitely the spawns that Bungie sends you to the most, they have a power ammo slot right next to it. So what ends up happening is, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for power ammo to pop up, and when it finally does pop up, well, you ping up my radar right there because you're right next to me. Of course I'm gonna push you, and then I'm gonna honestly just sit there and wait for somebody else to spawn because it worked the first time. And so this needs to be fixed by just simply putting power ammo in places that don't necessarily spawn hot spots. I think if you did that, you would move people out of your spots. And again, some maps play this just fine. You know, Burning Shrine or whatever, Burnout seems to play this just fine. But some of those maps like Midtown and Emperor's Respite, those are the maps to me that I felt like had the worst spawns, and they were the toughest to deal with overall. Either way, guys, Rumble is Swanson out of 10 for me, dude. I fucking love Rumble. Honestly, Rumble was probably the main reason reason why I rage quit this past week on Trials, because I went from playing at such a fast pace, having such a good time, moving all over the place, despite every lobby being full of fucking Arc Striders. Now again, don't associate this venom of mine toward Arc Striders that they should be nerfed. No, listen to me, guys. Hey, I am completely fine with Arc Striders being the way they are. Really, I'm fine with it. Only if we get Titan's King back. They give us Titan's King back? Fuck it. I don't fucking care. Use whatever the fuck you want to use, man. Outside of that, guys, Rumble honestly has been a great playlist, but we have to wait week after week for it, which really sucks. Hopefully, Bungie's gonna make it a permanent playlist. I don't know if they actually said anything. You know, a lot of these guys, they go through tweets and stuff like that, but I've been kind of out of the loop here lately. But regardless, I think Rumble needs to be a permanent playlist. It's just too damn fun. Well, fellas, thank you so much for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.
So let's get closer.